Let me know what you read in April in the comments. Also, don't forget to tell me what you thought of these books if you've read them as well. Hey fellow fiction fanatics, I'm Chase. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the books I read in April. So the first book I read in April was They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. So They Both Die at the End is set in this world where on the day you're going to die, you get a call from this company called Deathcast. And this is the story of Mateo and Rufus. They both get a call from Deathcast and meet through this app called the Last Friends app. Their last day together and pushing themselves to make their last day the best it can possibly be. They go from strangers to falling in love, and this story is so wonderful, so heart-wrenching. I love this book so much, but I don't think I would have been able to give it 5 stars like I did if it hadn't been for Mateo's version of their story, which is 2 dudes met, they fell in love, they lived. That's our story. Forget the ending. I am so happy I read this book, and I can't wait to add it to my collection. If you haven't read this book, I totally recommend that you do. So the next book I read was actually a graphic novel called In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. This is the story of Anda. She joins a MMORPG game called Course Gold Online, and she's really enjoying this game when one day she meets a gold farmer. So gold farming is when you collect valuable items and then sell these items illegally to people who have the money to do so. Anda is really against this, but when she realizes that this guy is just a poor Chinese guy and this is the way he makes a living, and realizes that his working conditions aren't all that great, she tries to help him the best she can. I thought this story had a really good message. I really loved the art style, and I just wish this story had been better developed. I feel like if it had been longer, it'd been able to show more character growth, more gameplay, and just added so much to the story. I really wish that it had been longer so it had been able to do these things. And for these reasons, I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow. So this is the story of Morrigan. She is considered a cursed child, and that means that anything and everything that goes wrong in her town is blamed on her, and she's also cursed to die on Eventide, which is supposed to be on the night of her 12th birthday. But before this can happen, a man named Jupiter North whisks her away to this place called Nevermore. Nevermore is magical and wonderful, and everything Morrigan's home wasn't. She wants to stay there, but in order to do so, she'll have to face 4 trials so that she can enter the Wonder Society. I love that this book was such a unique story that kept me on my toes the whole time. The trials were amazing. I loved the characters. It was hilarious. And I'm so excited to read the sequel in this book. So I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was a little different because I've never really read a book like this before, and that was Rebecca. So Rebecca is an adult gothic novel, which means that it's a mixture of romance, mystery, thriller. I've never really read a book like this. It was interesting, if anything. So our narrator is never actually given a name. This is her story. She feels like she's living in the shadow of her husband's late wife. I didn't really like that the main character just kept comparing herself and worrying that people were comparing her to Rebecca, which is the wife. And she's like obsessed with this. The main character was just really annoying to me because of this. She makes up these made-up scenarios that have the simplest solutions, yet she never does them. She's so worried about what everyone else is thinking about her. I don't understand her. She's married to a guy that's twice her age. Literally, she's like 21 and he's like 42. So, I didn't understand that aspect at all. I found like the first 2/3 of this book pretty boring. I wasn't very interested, but I was just trying to see if it would get better. And then the plot twist came when we found out what really happened to Rebecca. And that's when it started getting good for me. I was really intrigued by the plot twist and everything, and I wanted to see how that played out. But the ending was just sort of meh. It didn't really do anything for me. I was just like, oh, we're gonna end here? This is how we're ending the book? Oh, okay, I guess. I didn't particularly like this novel. If it wasn't for the plot twist and like that little portion of the book, I would have given this 2.5 stars. But because that part was actually really intriguing, I gave this book 3 stars. And so the last book I read was another graphic novel called Check Please by, I really have no idea how to say this name, Ngozi Ukazu, I think. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'm probably not saying that right. But this is a great graphic novel. This is the story of Biddy. He is a vlogger, a baker, and a former junior figure skating champion. He's also gay and is going to Samuel University, and he's going to join the hockey team. So this is the story of this wonderful boy coming out to his team and them accepting him, and it's just the first 2 years of his university experience, and it was really fun. I love this a lot. I absolutely freaking love the ending, and I can't wait to read the next volume. And I gave this book 4 stars. Let me know what you read in April in the comments. Also, don't forget to tell me what you thought of these books if you've read them as well. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon if you want to get notified every time I post new videos. And as always, don't forget to share the love. I'll see you next time. Bye!